It's about coming together. It's about being on one accord. It is about being communicative. It's about being sharing. It's about caring. It's about understanding. It is about perception. It's about perceiving. It is about being, feeling as one, and being as one, and functioning as one unit. That's what a relationship is all about. And a good relationship encompasses three elements. Three elements. And I've been trying to give this video all day. We had technical issues in the mall, and then we had technical issues just a few minutes ago, and we're back again. So Lisa D's here with me. We're at home now. So the reception is excellent here at home. So I'm gonna bring this to you real quick. She's my production assistant is changing the setting for me once more and again. So bear with me.
Because it's dark.
She said start. Okay. Turn that up right there. Bring that lamp. That
Why
right.
don't you sit down over there?
Let's try it here. So I'm gonna change my setting so we can get a little bit more lighting on the subject. But I'm not gonna change my mind because I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. So it's about, at least that's my better half, guys. Lovely Lisa D. Lisa D, tell the people hello.
What's up?
What's up, my people? All right, so
Love guys.
so you can see, as you
We
can
wish
see.
you love train.
As you can see, we're here at home in the comfort of our home, and our home is our castle. You know, I'm the king of this castle, and she's the queen, and you know, it can't be no mistake. And sometimes she be real mean. That rhyme. But it's about being happy in a relationship. You can be happy, or you can be sad, or you can just be straight up mad. But you can be whatever you want to be in your relationship. It's up to you. If it is to be, it's up to me. So the question is, what do you want? You want a positive, solid, loving, caring, sharing relationship? Or you want one of those relationships that's always up and down, up and down, up and down, going around in circles, round and around. I don't want that merry-go-round situation. You know what I'm saying? I want something that's even. I want something that's consistent. I want something that's solid. I want something that's meaningful. I want something that's sustaining, substantive, that has substance to it. And I think that most of you ladies and gentlemen out there want the same situation in your life. As you can see my lady right there, she she brings me consistency in our relationship. And the reason why is because we have these three elements that I'm going to share with you today. And she's so touch, y'all. She's just like sucking it up. She called me. I just touched her heart, y'all. She about to cry. Look at her. She about to cry. But yeah, we got three elements that we practice. We have three elements that we practice in our relationship on a consistent basis. And it's more than three, but I'm going to share these are the three basics. These are the three essentials that you need if you want to have a solid, loving, caring, sharing relationship, which we do have. And you want to be in a functioning relationship. Many of us are so deep into these dysfunctional relationships. We're into these love-hate relationships. You love me one minute, the next minute you hate me. Who does that, man? Messed up people and messed up relationships. That's who does that. You can get out of that. There's always a way to get out of anything you want to try it. If you want it bad enough. How bad do you want it? Do you want a good relationship? I'm asking you a question, sir. Yeah, you, the one that's staring at me right now. Do you want to get out of a bad, funky, stinking, rotten relationship with your lady? Huh? Do you want to improve it? Ma'am, do you want to improve your relationship with your man, your husband, your boyfriend, your fiance? Do you want that relationship to improve? Well, I got three things for you that will help you if you want to be helped, if you want your relationship to improve, or just want to play with him, or you just want to play with her. Which one you want to do? Okay, so those of you that are serious and trying to change your relationship, turn it around, make it strong and long and right and tight, listen up. Number one, whenever you engage in a relationship, ladies and gentlemen, one of the basic essential characteristics, one of the basic essential elements in any loving, sharing, caring relationship is communication. Yeah, you heard me. Communication, talking, speaking, and honoring each other as you speak to each other. Okay, it's a way to do everything. There's a wrong way and there's a right way. Many of you are doing it wrong way. You talking, you say, BobbieD, we talk all the time. I talk to my lady all the time. She don't disrespect me. I talk to her all the time, and I do. Yeah, would she disrespect you? She really do? What do you do to her? She call you the B word, you call her the B word? Is that? So you're doing to each other. Communication can be two ways, good or bad. If you want your relationship to improve, if you want to do better with your ladies, if you want to do better with your man, stop calling him the N word. Stop calling him a do nothing, a lazy. Stop with the negativity. Start with the positivity as you communicate to your mate, as you communicate to your better half, as you communicate to the lady or man in your life. Be positive. If you want a positive reaction out of somebody, then you give them a positive suggestion. You give them positive communication. Okay? And communication is a process. Understand, ladies and gentlemen, you just don't just talk to somebody, because most of the time when you talk to people, they're not even listening. Well, Bobby, I didn't hear what you said. You didn't hear what I said because you wasn't listening. Well, I was right there. I heard you. No, you did not hear me. You did not listen. You might have heard the words, but you didn't listen to what I was saying. You just heard the sounds. So communication involves listening. It involves hearing. It involves understanding. Okay? It's a process. There's a sender in the communication, and then there's what? A receiver. Okay? The sender sends out the signals, the information that the other party needs to hear, needs to understand. He's trying to get over some information to the other party, and he's sending signals by his communication process. Sending the signals out. Sending the signals out. And if you are the receiver, on the receiving end of those signals, you have to be ready to do what? Receive, understand, listen, hear, and understand what the party is communicating to you. Okay? What happens a lot of times when we try to communicate to our mates or to our partners, living partner, fiance, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of distraction that comes about. One of the main distraction in communication is we harbor grudges. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we harbor grudges. Well, she didn't say good morning to me. I'm not gonna say nothing to her. Just because she didn't say good morning, you gonna shut up? You gonna have a butthole feeling? Come on, man. Let's grow up. Let's be mature individuals and adults. Communication means opening up, not shutting down. Good communication is opening up. Bad communication is shutting down. Non-communication is bad communication. If you shut up, you cannot talk. If you cannot talk, you cannot spread information. You cannot let the person know what you have on your mind. If the person you're trying to reach doesn't know what you have on your mind, you have no communication or bad communication. Ah, man. Listen to me. Talk in a good way. Good morning. That's a start. How are you? How was your night last night? Yeah, basic, simple stuff. And yet we mess it up because we mad because she didn't cook me no dinner, or she's mad because you forgot her birthday, or you some crazy stuff, man. And she just crazy, and it blocks, it distracts, it causes distortion of the communication process. How do you avoid distortion of communication process? You be honest, you be open, and you talk. Whatever's on your mind, you talk in a loving, caring, concerning, sharing manner. Hi, sweetheart. No, man, I'm so sorry. I didn't call you last night like I told you I was going to call you. I'm so sorry. Something came. That's loving, sharing, communicative, explaining manner. Any reasonable, right-thinking person would accept your explanation. Okay? But if you don't have the wherewithal to communicate properly to that individual, you're going to mess it up. She said, well, John, why you didn't call me last night? Well, I was out with the boys, messed up right there. Loving, caring, communicative, understanding, sharing tone, and be honest. Don't make up no lies. Be honest. People can spot a phony a mile away. Okay, so communication, sincere, concise, complete communication is what you need when you're communicating with the person that you are involved with in a relationship. I talk to Lisa D all day, almost every day, and she speaks back to me. We communicate. We have a pattern. I listen when she speaks. When I speak, she listens. And I notice I said listen. Okay, listen. You just don't hear the words. You got to listen for what the meaning of the words are, because there's always an underlying meaning behind words sometimes. And if you miss the underlying meaning, you miss the whole communicative process. Okay. When you're in football, remember in football, when you play football, there's a sender. When you're trying to throw a pass, the quarterback is the sender. The receiver is the wide receiver. Is the receiver. He receives the ball. The quarterback is throwing the ball, and if they don't have a connection, okay, if they have the misconnection, then the receiver do what? He will not catch that ball. If we have a misconnection in our communication, the receiving end of the person that's trying to receive that or get that information is not going to get it. And therefore you have a misfire in communication and misconnection. When you have a misconnection, the ball is dropped. And when the ball is dropped, there's problemos. Could be arguments, could be all kind of craziness come out when all we had to initially do was communicate properly. Good communication. And one of the reasons, like I mentioned earlier, is we don't communicate well is because we're distracted by distortion. Something in the back of your mind, ladies, is holding you back from telling Johnny how you really feel about him. Something in the back of your mind, Johnny, is holding you back from telling Sheila how you really feel about her. Okay? And so you come up with a whole bunch of crazy instead of being honest and open. People really appreciate when someone is honest. People really appreciate when someone is open and sincere. And you can tell it, man. You can feel when somebody... I'm going to give you a perfect example. We have a candidate for presidency that's running right now. Okay? And it's a Republican candidate. You can just see that the person's not open. You can just see that the person's not honest. And it's just plain as day. Yeah? And so communication is so very, very clear. And it's so very, very important if you want to have a loving, sharing, caring relationship. First C is what? Again, what's the first C? I'm going to see if you listen. What's the first C? Come on, I can't hear you. So what? Right, communication. Okay? If you want to have a happy relationship, one of the basic elements of and essential elements of any loving, caring, sharing, powerful, strong, long relationship is communication. Okay? Without it, you'll have trouble and you won't last long. Okay? So once you start on a level of well and good communication, okay? Because remember, I told you, communication is what? Process. What you mean process, BobbieD? What you mean process? I don't know what you mean. Process, man. It never stops. When you stop communicating, then you're gonna have trouble in your relationship. Well, but I couldn't even say nothing to her. She just made me so mad. That's why you have a bad relationship, because you couldn't say nothing. She waiting on you to talk, and you sitting up there so mad you can't talk. Somebody got to have some sense. Somebody got to have some maturity. Somebody got to have some wisdom. Somebody got to have some knowledge. Somebody got to have some love. And if you have none of those elements, your relationship's going to suck. It's going to go to the tank, baby. Yeah, okay. So communication, number one. Not only should you have communication as the basic essential element in your relationship, and you want to grow, and you want to move up in your relationship, get stronger, you got to have compromise. That's number two. Compromise. Yeah. Compromise, man. We don't compromise my relationship. Whatever I say, that's it. She don't like it, she got to hit the door, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you, mister? Straighten the H up. That's why you ain't got nobody. You got to have some compromise in your relationship. It can't always be your way because you're not always the man. You're not always right. And you, at the same token, you're not always wrong. So there has to be somewhat give and take in a relationship. There has to be some compromise when they're dealing with two parties in a relationship. If you have no give and take, you have nothing to share. You have nothing in mutual commonality. There's no mutual commonness between you two. And when you have nothing, when you share nothing in common, ladies and gentlemen, you will eventually break up. Why would I share some? Why would I want to be around somebody that don't like that or have share in common some of the things, most of the things I like? These D and I have a lot of things in common. Some things we don't have in common, and that's okay. But we have more things in common than we do have not in common. Okay, so it is important that in order for you to have a loving, caring, sharing, strong, long relationship, you must communicate and you must compromise. Yeah, you got to give up some things. Yeah? Sometimes you have to give up your. My mom used to say, son, I said, yes, ma'am. He said, sometimes when you get married, son, you got to give up your wrong for somebody, your right for somebody else wrong. You got to give up your right for somebody else wrong. That's what you have to do. You have to compromise. You have to compromise. You have to compromise. Lisa did. Okay. So you want to be heard and seen, so I'm gonna compromise on her.
No. Peace.
See how she do. All right, but yeah, you. She like to mess with me, y'all, when she know I'm doing a broadcast. But yeah, you have to compromise, man. And so, what does that mean? That means that you got to give up your right sometime. I'm on my Murphy Hayes gimbal, so y'all excuse me, okay? But that means you got to give up your right for their wrong. Compromise. If it's going to make the whole bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, is peace. Peace is the answer, and love is
the way.
peace is. She knows what I'm talking about. Peace is the answer, and love is the way. That's my whole motto. It's been my motto for life. Michael Coffee in the house. What's up, man? So good to see you.
Michael Coffee. We need some coffee.
Peace is the answer, man. You do whatever it takes to bring peace in your relationship. Now, does that mean compromising your values on your religion? No. Compromising your values, your moral values, or who you are, who and what you are about? No. That doesn't mean that at all. That means compromise to bring peace if it's not going to if it's not dealing with something that's going to compromise your religion or your personal moral values. And if she wants you to hurt somebody or steal, that's compromising my values. I don't do that. But compromise to the point where you both can have some mutual respect and dignity for each other and continue in your relationship. So again, communication brings about compromise in a relationship. Good communication, consistently clear and concise communication brings about compromise. Okay. Compromise meaning that you give up, you meet that person halfway and let her meet you halfway. And then you come together and and shared values, common values together and bring and grow your relationship. Okay? So once you communicate, once you compromise, then last thing, number 3, it will develop a commitment. Yeah, a commitment, man. I know that's a dirty word to a lot of y'all. But I don't believe in that stuff. You know, we just which we are, what we are, when we are, and how we are. And when our time is over, we over. That's it. I go on to the next one. Okay. Is that the way you living right now? How you love it? Tell me how that working out for you. Yeah, I know it ain't working out too well, is it? Because you ain't got nobody. Women want men that can commit. Good women. The women that the scammers and the jammers and the flim and jammers, they just want somebody that can give some money. And that's it. A good woman wants a man, a real man that will commit to them, to one woman, not 5 others on the side, not a side piece woman, they want one man, one woman. That's what they want. That's what a good woman wants. And a good man wants the same thing. A good man don't want to go to bed with every woman he sees. He don't want to bang everything. He wants one woman that's committed to him, and that he is likewise committed to her. If you have no commitment in your relationship, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have a whole lot. Most of the time, when you find a relationship with little or no commitment, it's usually a sexual affair. Clam, bam, thank you, ma'am, and they out. Okay? It's not going to last long. It may give you a thrill at first because the sexual relationship is fun, it's new, it's exciting, but that wears off real quick when there is no what? Commitment. Because he going to the next one. She going to the, and women do the same thing. It's just not a man going on to, people have in their mind that all men are like dogs. We just run around, get the first thing we see, and then we get the next one, the next one. Women do the same thing. So could it be that women are like dogs too? Yeah, women do the same thing. There's some women that cannot let one man satisfy her. She got to have 5, 6 on the side. I'm serious. You think I'm playing with you? Go out there and start looking. You find it. There's plenty of women out there. They say one man ain't good enough for me. I just got to have more than one. Women do the same thing as men. Men do the same thing as women. But society will have you believe that men are the only ones are like dogs and go from one to the next, to the next, to the next without no commitment. Women do the same thing, okay? And I'm just not trying to come down on women. That's just the way it is. I want to make sure that everybody gets this even-sided story and understand that it's the same thing. It's not just one-sided, okay? So you have to have communication. You have to have compromise. And then you have to have commitment. If you want a happy, stable, thriving, arriving relationship. Yeah. You got to be able to commit, baby. What you mean commit, Bobby? Commit, man. Say this, you are my woman, you're my wife, you're my fiance, and I don't want anybody else. You're my living lover, you're my living whatever. I don't want anybody else. I'm committing my time to you. I'm committing my finances to you. I'm committing my relationship to you only as a man and woman relationship. I'm committing myself to you, and I don't want nobody else. And I want you to do the same for me. And if she can't do the same for you in return, move, step. It's okay. I'm sorry you don't feel the same way I feel, but if I continue in this relationship, it'll be a lopsided affair, and that's not for me. Step. Same women, and a lot of women do this. I don't know why they do this, man, but they do it a lot. They'll say, well, if I can't be the only one in your life, I take what I can get. I'll take whatever you can give me, Johnny. I know you married, you got 4 kids, but if you can just spend a weekend with me or one day a week, one day a month, I take what I can get. I love you so much, Johnny. How stupid is that? There's no commitment in that. You're nothing but a side piece. Who wants that? Women that have low self-esteem want that. So if you're a woman out there and you're doing that side piece stuff, let it go. If you're a man out there doing that side piece stuff, let it go. Think more of yourself than that, okay? So I brought these to you today, 3 things to let you know that you can have a happy relationship, okay? If you want it. How bad do you want it? Do you want to feel fulfillment in your life? Do you want to feel joy in your life? Do you want to feel peaceful in your life with your other party? Or do you want to go on this roller coaster and love-hate relationship, love affair? Hate me one minute, love me the next. I'm not with that. I don't know about you, but I'm not with that. And I would suggest for those of you that are in a relationship, stay away from those topsy-turvy relationships. The only thing they do is damage you, damage your psychological mentality, damage your spirituality. They damage your emotionality, okay? And so what happens is when you're in a topsy-turvy relationship over and over and over and over again, when you find a real person, you can't even recognize him. When you find a real man, it puzzles you. You're like, why is he like that? And ladies, women, when you find a real woman, I don't know, but that's like what happened to me when I found Lisa D. Lisa D was different. Because I had become so accustomed to scamming, jamming, women wanting money. When I came to her, I was like, whoa. I thought she was a scammer. Because I couldn't figure her out. And then I realized she's real. So I'm telling you, man, Being happy and fulfilled in a relationship starts with you and your performance and what you do in a relationship. Okay? Do your part, and when you do your part, the other person should do their part to maintain your relationship and make it grow. If they don't do their part in the 3 C's I just mentioned to you, communication, commitment, and compromise, then you got an issue, and then you need to move on. You need to consider, is this relationship worth continuing in, or is it time for me to move? Okay, so I want to bring that to you today. I've been trying to bring this to you all day long. We was out and about, and I don't know what it was, man. Every time we went somewhere, we had a bad communication. Michael Coffee and I was riding train by the Lisi. What's up, Michael? He said, BobbieD and Lisi, hi again. What's so sad and too bad is that these older guys, man, that sell everything and move to the Philippines from this. Yeah, a lot of older guys out there, 50s and 60s, 40s, 50s, 60s, they want somebody so bad and they settle for anything. Anything. And then the first person, I love you, they settle for that because they're so lonely. And loneliness has a tendency to make people accept whatever comes their way. But you have to have strength, and you have to know what to give into and what to accept and what not. You have to have standards. And a lot of the older gentlemen out there are so lonely that they took the standards and dropped them down here. Rather than keeping them up here, they dropped them down there, okay? And that's why a lot of the older gentlemen get taken to the cleaners. They get scammed, and then they wind up going on Ruffy Tower and all these other shows, blaming the woman for scamming them when it's actually their fault. They gave up the money to them. Okay. Right here in BobbieD DC one day, Michael, he said, BobbieD, hello. They have not go to meet the Filipino in person yet. Some older guys, man, end up moving back to USA because he found out something different about the Filipino. Okay. Happens all the time, Michael. Happens all the time, people. These older guys give people their trust. They give these females their trust, the Filipinos their trust. And then what happens is, once you give someone your trust, that means you will give them anything else you want to give them. They ask you for, money, possessions, cars, jewelry. And if you got it to give, you give it. Because why? You trust them. So trust should never be given freely. It should be earned. Okay? Yeah. I don't know you. Let's say I just met you today. I have no trust for you, and you asked me for $1 million. And I got $1 million, but I don't know you. I don't trust you like that. You don't know me like that. So trust has to be earned, okay? Before you give people your trust, it has to be earned. Now, if I've known you for 10, 20 years, I know you have the ability to pay me back, whatever, and we're buddy. Yeah, I trust you. I know, and that's where it goes. But if you have no trust, don't give them. So that's what happens. These young girls, young Filipinas, talk to the older guys day in, day out. They fool them. They love them. They want to be with them. You're the most handsome guy I ever seen in my life, sir. I love you. I love you. And the old guy he's so lonely, feels so lonely, down and out. You give them everything they want, and then some, So it is so important, ladies and gentlemen. If you want a happy, sharing, caring, loving relationship, remember the 3 elements I talked to you about today, the 3 C's. Communication, compromise, and then commitment. Without commitment, you just, like buddy, you just friend in and out, slam, bam, thank you, man. There's no commitment there. There's no meaningfulness in your relationship. There's nothing to sustain you, and there's nothing to keep you together. You say, Bobby, we have a good sexual relationship. Okay. Sex won't keep you together for a short time, because sex is short. Sex is short term. It's not long. You can't have sex 24/7. But you can have a relationship 24/7. Me and Lisa and Dee, we have a relationship 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we're always, sometimes we have issues, but we communicate and work them out. But the relationship is strong, and it gets stronger and stronger every day. You see, she kids around with me a lot. I kid around with her. That's how we do. We got it like that. And some of you don't have it like that. So I'm telling you, if you want to start working on your relationship, remember the 3 C's. Number 1 is what? Communication. Number 2 is what? Compromise. Number 3 is what? Commitment. Without those 3 elements and characteristics in your relationship, you have nothing. You will not grow. You will not get better, but you will get bitter. And as you get bitter and bitter and more bitter, you will break up. Okay? Some of you know what I'm talking about because you've gotten bitter in your relationship right now. Yeah, you mister. Yeah, I know. You said, but she don't treat me like she used to do. I know I feel the same way. She don't make me feel like she did. When we first started, BobbieD, she used to be all over me, and she would just be talking real sweet to me, but she talk rough to me now. And yeah. Ask yourself why. I'm gonna tell you why. She lost interest. It's something you doing, something you're not doing, something she feeling, something she not feeling, and you have to get in touch with what's going on. And if you don't get in touch with what's going on is going to have you out the door. Your relationship will be over with. All right, that's it, man. I'm coming back on another one of these with you. I got some more stuff I want to tell you about relationship, but it'll be on another one. All right, that's it for now, guys. This is BobbieD and the beautiful Lisa D over there. Say take care.
God bless.
And peace. See you on the backside of tomorrow.
Thank you.